This question is, I am eating a limited amount of calories between 12 and 1400 because I'm always full and I usually burn 900 to 1200 per swim 3 times a week. Would you increase the calorie intake? What's an easy way to increase calories while keeping volume of food in a minimum? Side note, I have been maintaining the same weight for 8 months with the intention to lose. I did lose a size, not mad about that. Okay. So this question is really asking, should I be increasing my calories, right? And the second part is if I want to increase my calories, but I'm already content, physically content, how can I do that without feeling overly stuffed? So the first part of this is, um, if you are maintaining at 12 to 1400, which actually the fact that you lost a clothing size would indicate to me that you are probably losing body fat. So, we've talked about this idea of body recomposition, right? You can have somebody who weighs 150 pounds standing next to somebody else who weighs 150 pounds, and their bodies can look very different and they can be in different size clothing. Totally doable because of the physical activities that these two people are partaking in. So if somebody's a walker, they're not strength training, they're not doing anything like that, versus somebody who's strength training 3 or 4 times a week, and they have different workout regimens. You can definitely recomp a body, okay, based on that. So the fact that you're swimming and you're doing this physical activity could mean that you are burning body fat and building muscle almost simultaneously at the same rate, which is a very slow amount of weight loss and a very slow amount of muscle gain. And the only reason we can probably assess that's happening is because there's definitely been a size change. So if you see inches change, if you've got side by side photographs, if you're seeing your clothing sizes going down, if these things are changing, then even if the number on the scale isn't changing, you can be losing body fat and actually be gaining muscle. And this is very typical for a woman who maybe either hasn't strength trained in her entire life or somebody who has not been doing physical fitness for a long time. They start doing it again and their body is really receptive to it and they start to get a lot of physical change from it versus somebody who's been doing it a long time. So that would be number one. Do I need to increase calories? Well, if the goal here is weight loss and you're definitely seeing a change in your body, there are changes occurring. You can always increase and you can see what happens. And the only reason that I propose that as an option for a lot of people is because if you've been at say 12 to 1400 calories for months or years or whatever, your body has become used to that. And what I see often with my one-on-one coaching clients is when we back out of a deficit and we start to go back up to what their maintenance would be, sometimes their body, actually their metabolism may accelerate for that couple weeks as we're bumping up the calories to get to maintenance. And they're shocked. They're like, I was eating 1600 and then I went to 17 or 1800 and boom, I lost more weight. Why is that? A lot of times that extra food can help accelerate your metabolism. So when you're at a very low calorie range, going lower really doesn't make any sense. Your only really other option is to go up, right? Assuming, of course, that at that 12 to 1400 calories, you're weighing and measuring everything. You're not doing any licks, bites, and tastes. There's no little bit here, little bit there. Like you're really nailing this. And the only issue with the longer you do it is the less easy it is to be that precise. So assuming though that you are being that precise, I would say it would make really good sense to give that a go and see what happens with your metabolism because metabolism is forever changing, right? So you may find that just bumping up your calories for a few weeks to what you think maintenance calories are could actually really help rev up your metabolism if it's been in this 12 to 1400 calorie state for a while. Now, on the flip side, or I'm sorry, on the second question, it's what is an easy way to increase calories with keeping volume of food to a minimum? So now say somebody has gotten used to eating at this level, or maybe they've had some kind of surgery where their stomach has been altered and really they physically don't feel comfortable eating more than that. Your best option would be to squeeze in little bits of additional dietary fat because it's not going to beef up the meat and going adding calories, but in a very small and not really volume based kind of way. So what I mean by that is in the morning, if you're having eggs, maybe cook them in like a couple teaspoons or a tablespoon of butter. or put some cheese on them. If you're thinking about lunch, maybe putting a little bit of sour cream on your chili or things that would be high calorie, low volume, and fairly easy to digest. Fats are usually very easy on the digestive system for most people, unless they have some kind of a gallbladder issue. But you're thinking, generally speaking, that's one way to get low volume, more calories. A little bit of nut butter on some toast, a few things like maybe cook some vegetables in coconut oil, the list can go on and on. Sauteing your veggies in olive oil, it really wouldn't take much. Putting a little bit of butter or cheese or oil in each one of your meals could easily give you anywhere from 150 to 300 extra calories a day. And honestly, your meals would look exactly the same. It would just be the addition of the little bit of dietary fat. So those would be some suggestions. And if you're somebody who can't really, maybe you're even on less, like for some reason less bulk, put things in your shakes. If you're looking at, okay, yeah, I've been very restrictive. I had some people who've come from 500 calories a day, and really their stomach just isn't in a good place. Is simply just adding a little bit of peanut butter to a protein shake you're already drinking. Those things can actually get those calories in and get you moving back or go back to a healthier calorie range without you necessarily having to add a lot of bulk to your day, which might be really uncomfortable on your digestive system. So I hope that helps.